Hello, incredible English 105 students. Welcome to video 3 in our 3-part video series where we're walking through your Unit 4 individual project and George's sample essay. Today we're going to go over the conclusion that George has written here, and it's a great one to take a look at. Now, a conclusion, the last paragraph in any written document, should do 3 really important things. It should, 1, restate your argument, reminding your audience what they've learned, what you've proven. 2, summarize some of the big takeaways from your body paragraphs, anything that you think is really important that you've proven that you want your audience to remember and keep track of. And 3, it should call your audience to action in some way. Give your audience either a reminder of what you want them to think about or what you want them to now do with this information. So with those 3 points in mind, restate your argument, summarize your main points, and call your audience to action. Let's take a look at what George did. First thing, George starts his conclusion by restating his argument. He doesn't recommend that students buy this tablet. Great. Then he summarizes the really big points, the things that he wants you to remember and keep in mind. The benefits do not outweigh the negatives. This is what he's learned about the tablet. It's not the right fit for students. What it does well is not what he needs it to do to serve his purposes. Great. And then he lets his audience know what he wants them to do next. He wants them to give themselves time to get used to the new device and to follow his advice so they can avoid the problems that he's experienced. Boom, boom, boom. Really great. A strong conclusion is concise. Every sentence serves a purpose and it hits those 3 marks. Again, we want to restate the argument, summarize the big points we want our audience to remember, and call our audience to action in some way. Give them something to do or something to think about next. Great work, George. Now, we're not done yet. The conclusion is great, but we have to make sure that we give credit where credit is due. George cited 2 sources in text. He used 2 pieces of outside information in order to build and prove his argument. So we need to make sure that we include the reference citation for both of those sources. Remember, your in-text citation is just like a little note, a little flag, letting your audience know that, hey, this sentence or this idea came from somewhere else, and your reference list exactly where that information came from. It documents the address for your information sources. So we've got 2 in-text citations, so we need 2 reference citations, and George has done a really nice job documenting them here. We clearly have it labeled references at the end of the essay, and he lists both sources. He has the author's last name and first initial, the date that it was published, when it was published, the title of the article. In this case, it was a blog that he was looking at. He then includes the name of the company or the overarching authority. This could be the magazine, the newspaper, the website, where this was published. And then he includes the URL. And he repeats this for his second source, which is also an article on a blog, the author's name, the year it was published or the date it was published, the title, the name of the overarching authority, in this case the name of the website, and the URL where it was found. There's no numbers, there's nothing like that, no bullet points. We're organizing these by alphabetical order. Really nice work, George. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Introduction, body paragraphs, conclusion, and reference page. And you'll have yourself a pretty amazing argumentative essay, or otherwise known as a product review. Happy writing. Let your instructor know if you've got any questions, and I can't wait to see the great work you do in Unit 4.